Welcome to Ziangs Food Workshop. I'm Chin and this is my mum Choo.
Choo is here today. Today we're going to do roasted salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper
roast potatoes. There we go, yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, it is. Why are we doing this then?
Well, some of you, in January is coming around the corner, would like to be a veganuary.
You want to be a vegan Jerry. Veganuary is around the corner. And some of you might not want to just eat, you know, plain boiled stuff or whatever like that. So we thought we'd give you something a little different to eat. Yeah, an option really,
Yes.
a different option. I'd like to thank Scran Kev on Instagram for suggesting this. Well, came up with this recipe and we've just adapted it for us.
That's right.
Gave us the idea for this. And then so that's what the purpose of this video is.
We're going to get the potatoes ready.
Yeah, so January's around the corner. Don't worry, we won't be just doing vegan recipes all the way through January because I know someone's going to go blah blah blah. Don't do a vegan. I don't get vegan.
Variation.
But yeah,
variation.
this is just one video, okay?
Maybe a few coming along.
Yeah, but yeah, we're going to do a couple, but not like exclusively. So we'll get on with the recipe. Okay, so we have about a kilo of what type of potatoes?
Marsh piper potatoes today.
Why do we use Marsh pipers?
We prefer marsh piper because it gives out fluffy roast potatoes.
Yeah.
Fluffy outside and really smooth inside.
No, crispy on the outside. If you're having fluffy roast potatoes.
I mean, you know what I mean, crispy or fluffy.
What we're going to do is going to put these into boiling water that has a teaspoon of salt in. Also, when the potatoes go in, we're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. That helps it go crispy on the outside and stay nice and fluffy on the inside. Then after 12 minutes, we're going to take these out, put it into a colander, shake the colander about to release some of the outside make the outside go bash them.
Yes.
They'll go fluffy, won't they?
Yeah.
So you see it go starchy and they'll break up on the outside, and that's what helps them go really crispy in the oven. And then we will put a tray with about 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil into the oven at 220 degrees and let it sit there for about 10 minutes till the oil's nice and hot at least. But at the same time, we're going to put about 8 tablespoons of veg oil into a pan on the heat or wherever on your hob. I'm going to heat that up to about 200 degrees. So when the tray is hot, we're going to take the fluffy cooked potatoes, put them into a tray, season them, and then pour over your hot oil from the pan onto the potatoes, because what a lot of the time is difficult is getting that hot oil to stay hot when you try and baste them first time before they go in. And then we're going to whack them in the oven for 20 minutes, turn them, let them sit for another 10 minutes, turn them again and let them sit for another 10 minutes, and they should be done. If you want them done longer, by all means stick them in for longer, whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you like, your potatoes.
So we're going to get on with that.
Yes.
Yep. Right, so it's been 40 minutes now. Let's have a look. I don't know.
Wow,
you.
that looks beautiful.
And we're just going to plate these up into a bowl. We don't want them to cool down too much because we're going to use them straight away. Might be an idea to actually leave them in the oven while you do this next bit. Let's listen to that.
Clunking.
Oh! Okay, so we're going to set these aside and we're going to show you, we're going to do a quick, what's it called? Pepper mix. Okay, so we're going to have 2 tablespoons of black pepper. Some places will use white, some will use a combination of both. It's completely up to you what you want to use. We just prefer the taste of the black pepper. Half a dessert spoon of 5 spice. Now a lot of you might be thinking, well, this is a slightly different recipe than you showed before. Correct. Every time we do one, it's never really the same because so many places do it differently, and what we're trying to do is cover every single angle and every single type. It's going to be impossible to do, but that's why, if you're wondering why is this not the same as last time, that's why. I have explained that before, but a lot of people tend to forget.
Yeah. So we just refresh.
Yeah, exactly. 1 tablespoon of sand ginger. Sell that on a web store. Loads of people say it's hard to get. We actually quite reasonably priced for our web store, so go check that out, chinandchoo.com.
Yeah, check it out, chinandchoo.com.
Yeah, and we've got a tablespoon of garlic powder here. It's going to go in. This will last about a week before it starts caking, yeah. You can make it in smaller quantities if you want. That's the mix. Okay, so we're going to put our wok on like we normally do. What's next, Mum?
We're going to put the oil in.
We're going to put the oil in.
About a teaspoon of oil?
No, way more. Probably about 2 1.5 tablespoons. There's probably about 3 tablespoons. Sounds like a lot, but this takes a lot. It's just one of those dishes that you need a lot of oil. Yeah, no oil, no flavour in this. Also, MSG is key to the success of this dish. So we're going to let that heat up nicely. Remember, if you're liking this content, remember to like, comment and subscribe. Commenting and liking helps loads. Really does boost the channel. Also, we do Chinese, Malaysian street food as well as Chinese takeaway food as well, and traditional Chinese food. If you like cooking, we're not a bad place to stop off every now and then. Right, that's nice and hot. So in goes our onions.
Yeah. Get some colour to the onions.
Yeah. They'll colour quite quickly.
Because the oil was hot.
Yeah. So then in goes our peppers.
Yeah.
And the carrots. So there was 1 whole onion there, half a green pepper, half a red pepper, and pretty much a whole medium-sized carrot. And to this, to help it brown, I'm just going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/3 teaspoon of MSG. You just want the vegetables to catch slightly because that's where the flavour is. You'll start to smell the MSG browning off after about a minute. So when they just start browning off, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of this minced garlic. I'm going to add a bit more just to use the char up because that's the last I've got.
Yeah, the last bit of it.
You can never have too much garlic in my eyes. That was a Moy minced garlic, by the way. And we're going to let this brown. Had a bit of technical difficulty there, so apologise for the steam on the lens. Hopefully we fixed that. So the garlic's been cooking for about a minute now. This is where we're going to add our potatoes. We've got 3 spring onions here cut. We're going to add half of them in. We're also going to add our seasoning. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3 teaspoons. Half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of MSG.
Spices now, warming up and coming through.
So what we're trying to do now is just cook off those spices so they're not raw. This next bit is completely optional. We're going to throw some chili flakes in.
Bit chili to bring up the flavour.
A little bit of flavour, yeah. And there we go.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll plate these up. Spring onions over the top, fresh ones this time, and some chili flakes over the top. Boom! Yes. Salt and pepper, spare ribs, eh? Salt, pepper, roast potatoes.
I didn't know potato can turn to bread.
Yeah, no, leave it up. Probably not going to hold the bowl, one, because it's slightly too heavy and hot.
Hot and mostly it's heavy, isn't it?
Potatoes are still nice and crispy.
Yes. You can smell all the flavour in there. It's really good, insanely good.
Definitely.
Something different from your normal.
Best thing to do to get a bit of the mixture
together
with the what you call it.
Yeah.
Because that loads it with garlic and
break the potatoes instead of grabbing the whole one, and then you can scoop some of the vegetable and eat it together. I'm not telling you how to eat, alright? That's how I would eat. I'm just explaining how I'm eating it.
The curry sauce to do this in would be fantastic as well. Just like that. Load it up.
Yeah. Oh, that potato is so creamy. It just melts in your mouth.
So there we have it. Salt and pepper, roast potatoes for veganuary. Well, for any time of year really. I just thought it'd be most for those who are trying it for the month to have something sort of cheap foody to eat. That's different. So yeah.
Different.
There we go. Thanks for watching.
Full of flavour.
Massively full of flavour.
Yeah.
Right, so that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Visit our web store to buy our merch and the ingredients that Chinese takeaways use. choo.com. Mainly just visit to say thank you for all the free content that we get out there for you guys. So yeah, thank you very much. Massive thank you to Patreons and channel subscribers. You guys have been legends. Yeah, massive thank you. And Mum?
Happy cooking, happy eating!